Welcome to my channel. I have a terrific one for you today. I have my Pastitsio, which is AKA a Greek lasagna. And boy, is this a delicious alternative to a traditional lasagna. I will have all of your ingredients listed below, so let's get started. So in my pot, I want to start out by cooking the Pastitsio pasta, which is a different pasta. It's a little pasta with a little hole in the middle. It looks like spaghetti, but it's not. It has a little hole in the middle. But if you can't find that, because it is hard to find on the shelves, you can use penne pasta as a good substitute for it. So anyway, I'm gonna cook this to package, but to al dente. So I'll stop it a couple of minutes before the package ingredients. So next, we're going to start with our meat sauce. So I'm using ground beef and sausage, but you can use ground beef and lamb, or you could just use plain ground beef. You don't have to do the other addition with the sausage or the lamb. So to that, I am going to brown the meat. I've added onion. I'm going to season the meat with some salt and some pepper. And next, I'm going to be adding in additional things to my meat sauce, just to make sure it has the flavor that I want. A lot of things that I use are non-traditional, but you guys know I will have optional next to those items. So next I've added in some red bell pepper. I'm adding in some granulated garlic, some granulated onion, some more pepper, some more salt, some crushed red pepper, and some minced garlic. I also added in some Italian blend. Of course, you know that's not traditional for a Greek dish. So now I'm removing all the excess oil because I don't want to eat that, and neither do you. So strain that. So now I added in my jar pasta sauce, and now I'm adding in some basil and some oregano, so some cinnamon to balance out the tartness from the tomatoes. But it's optional. You don't have to use that if you don't want to, but it really doesn't hurt the dish at all. So now it's time to make the wonderful bechamel sauce. So in my skillet, I have butter. And if you don't want to use butter, you can use olive oil. I'll put that in the ingredients, how much of olive oil you should use. And so with that, I've added some flour. So what I'm doing now is cooking out the flour taste, so that it's just a thickening agent, basically, once it cooks out. So next I'm adding in my milk. I'm doing a little at a time because I don't want it to be lumpy and clumpy. I want it to be smooth. So I'm adding a little at a time, and then I'll add all of it in. And to that, and then next I'm going to season my bechamel sauce with some salt, some pepper, granulated garlic, which is optional. And I'm also going to be putting in some fresh nutmeg. I'm grating that in as well. And then I'm going to stir to combine. I'm going to set that aside for a moment, and then guess what, you guys? It's assembly time. So make sure your oven is heated to 375. You guys, if you have not had this lasagna, you should definitely have this Pastitsio lasagna dish. It is so delicious. So here's my pasta that's cooked. Into the pasta, I'm adding in some meat sauce because guess what? I gotta have flavor everywhere. So I'm adding in some of the meat sauce to the pasta and just stirring it around. And I also will be adding in a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Well, my cheese blend is what I'm gonna be using, but you can use regular Parmesan cheese. Now I'm just laying the noodles in the dish, and I'm just showing you how I lay them, but you do not have to do that. You can just toss them in the pan and call it a day. It's not this much labor intense, but because I'm doing the video for you, I wanted to have really nice looking layers. So anyway, to the top of that, I'm adding all of the meat sauce, and then I will add on the wonderful bechamel sauce. Now you can add a cheese layer there if you want to, but I did not because I added cheese to the pasta. And there's cheese also in my bechamel sauce, which I didn't show you that part, but I did also add in a cheese sauce to that, into the bechamel sauce, just so I have a nice layers of cheese. And I did my cheese blend, but you can just do plain Parmesan cheese. So then I just smooth all of that out. I'm going to bake this in the oven at 375 for 30 to 45 minutes. I'm also adding the cheese, some cheese on top, and I'm also going to put a little bit of oregano on top just because I just want it to look pretty. You know, your girl's a little extra. So it's going to go in the oven again 375 for 30 to 45 minutes till the top is golden and beautiful like it is here. You guys didn't have to wait not a minute. So guess what? This is done. I'm gonna let it cool for about 45 minutes before I cut it. And guess what? You didn't have to wait for that either. Here is your plate. It is so delicious. You guys have to make it. I will have all of your ingredients listed below. And thank you for watching. And as always, enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Don't forget to click thumbs up and subscribe so that you can get all of my new videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.